When we go out fishing largemouth bass on many of our local lakes, the common concept is to go into areas where these fish are, shall we say, using cover, which most bass do under many conditions. But what we want to do, first of all, is, don't run up into the weed areas and then start to fish and then come back out to the edge of the weed line. What you're doing now, you're running over these fish and then you're spooking them. Start out on the outside edge of that weed line. Generally speaking, I'll start about 2 feet out and then work in with plastic. I use a lot of wacky worm style of fishing. You can also use creatures, and then I usually go with a weightless wacky worm hook. And then once I get to the edge of those weeds, starting from the inside all the way out, then I'll go to a wacky worm jig, that is, all the way out to the edge. And then when we start to drop into deeper water and you start to see that bite sort of slow down, if you will, then I'll turn around and cast out away from the weed edge out into the main lake. So a complete, almost like a 180-degree turn, and work those areas. When you're working those areas, you can stay with plastic, but don't be afraid to try some crankbaits under these kind of conditions. But a very, very productive way of catching bass, and you change it up a little bit. Most people will not go out and turn around and cast out into the main body of water away from the weed edge. So what those fish are doing, they're going from the weeds, the weed edge, out from the weed edge and then out into the main body of water. Generally speaking, they can sometimes suspend, but generally speaking, they'll be a little bit closer to the bottom. Give that a try. A little bit of a new approach, but very, very productive.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.